Alright, so this is calibrating the air seeder.
So we go into settings menu, into products, and we pick the product that we're going to calibrate. In this case, it's cover mix 1, cover in tank 1. I'm going to touch on it. Should be the bin, and the bin we're going to calibrate, 1 being the front bin. And if we go to cal, we check that we don't have any zeros in there, and our preset rate 1 is the rate we want to plant at. And our cal factor, we'll follow the process that it says down the bottom here. And step 1, it says press start to begin calibration. So start, the little play icon. When we do that, it will, we actually, because this is the first time we've done it, I'll step back out of here. Because this is the first time we've done it, we didn't have a cal factor in there. So we do actually need to put a cal factor in here before we do our first cal of a new product. So we've just put 0.4 in there. What the cal factor means, it's not a mysterious number. All it means is that's how much comes out per revolution of the spool shaft. All it means. And so we're saying by doing that, 400 grams per revolution of the spool shaft, not the calibration handle, because it's going to vary depending on where that gearbox is at. So this one is the spool shaft, and we're saying we want 3, we don't want 3, we want 20 is our set rate. And then when we hit play, when sufficient product dispenses, press next. Now if we were to go back there, we should see that the linear has extended, and we wouldn't, because we haven't flicked our master. Because you've got an external master, we'd need to turn the master on, and it won't activate the clutch when we're in this screen. In every other screen it will, not when we're in the calibrating of the tank screen. And that's it. If our pointer hasn't moved, it may be because it needs 1 pulse before it moves. And the way, if that's too annoying, there is one other option. We can calibrate it to an extension rather than a set rate. So in here, we've got actuator extension 1. We're doing 20 is a fairly low rate, so we could put it to even 20%. Press play, and we're in this screen, have our master switch on. We'd go back, and the linear, the pointer, would be pointing somewhere around 20. Doesn't matter where it's pointing, and then we would wind the handle over, catch how much comes out, tell it how much came out. When sufficient product dispenses, press next. So we would wind it over down there. We would weigh it. Then we would come back up here. We would press next, enter the weight collected, then press next. So then we would enter that weight in here. It would tell it how much it thought came out. The first time we calibrate it, that means nothing, because that figure, we've just guessed it. But if this is their second calibration that we've done, we would expect those to be pretty well the same. And so we'll just touch on that, and we would enter the product that we weighed and accept it, and it would then update our cal factor for us. And then our product's calibrated. So we'll do that process now.
We'll pause the tape, we'll go to the back. We'll turn the master switch on.
Yep.